second one this year that's been sold out. Was that what you came for?
Yeah, I definitely came for that. When I heard that was a plus for me, so it made me want to come more. And yeah, the fans are amazing. They support like crazy, and when you do something good, like you gonna hear it. So yeah, that's definitely what I came for.
You guys went on a 17-0 run in the first half. There were also spurts in the second half, obviously, where the crowd really got into it. But I'm curious if you noticed, like while it was happening, if you kind of took yourself out of the moment of the game and thought, man, this crowd.
Yeah, I was like, dang, I ain't never heard it this loud before. But because I didn't really go to the games last year. So, yeah, I ain't never heard this loud before. I ain't never been in like an environment like this playing basketball, so it's amazing.
But Dean did not have a great game.
Yeah.
What was the plan for him for
as soon as he put the ball on the ground, try to go dig it because we knew he wasn't going to pass much and he was going to try to go up with it. So we just tried to make him kick it out as much as we can. I thought we did a great job at it.
Is he as good as advertised, you think?
Yeah, he's a pretty good player. Pretty good player.
You guys have 14 blocks, 8 steals. The defense on this team is what's carried this team this year, but it kind of maybe went away a little bit at UNLV, especially on the inside. What was the change between Tuesday night and tonight to get that defense back?
We knew we was going to win on defense. Like we knew we could score on offense, but defense is what we can win games, obviously. So yeah, we stepped it up in practice, and that's all we've been working on, pretty much defense and toughness.
When you have a home crowd like this, there can be a lot of emotions that go on, a lot of technical different things today. But do you feel like you guys can use that to your advantage? I mean, you saw that you're pretty emotional.
Yeah, I feel like when we got a big crowd, like we can't lose. Like we can't lose because like we be having all the advantages for real. And when they get louder, it's over with. Cause we match their energy for sure.
What was the locker room like going into this game? I mean, was desperation kind of coming into play a little bit, starting 1 and 2?
Yeah, we just knew we had to play as a team and play with toughness because haven't been playing with toughness in the past few games. But I feel like once we play with toughness, like you can't stop us for real. Just on the defensive end.
I know he joked we won't mention the free throws, but I am going to ask about the free throws. Can you dunk from the line?
I hope. Nah, I'm finna work on my free throws for sure. It ain't happening in the game for sure. Yeah.
Was that something in high school though that you had an issue with?
Never. This is like the worst I've ever shot free throws, but it's okay. I'm gonna work on it.
Start second half. It had been a problem for this team. What changed today? You guys didn't do that.
Man, in the halftime, we said, nah, we not finna come out slow. We finna keep stepping on their neck, and that's what we did.
You guys have had some ups and downs recently, but I mean, an 18-point win over, national runner-up. They're ranked. I mean, what does that do for a program for you guys moving forward? How much confidence does that give you? That kind of stuff.
That just tells us that we can compete with anyone for real. If we lock in and play together, we can compete with anybody.
You guys are down. I think it's 35-22.
35-23.
Yeah, and then that run starts, and then the crowd starts getting into it. Fans can talk all day about the impact that the pit can have, but I'm curious. What's it like when you're on the floor and the fans start getting into it?
You just think like all the fans on the court playing with you for real. It's crazy, but yeah, it's amazing.
How is it playing with Jalen when he gets on those runs like that?
It's amazing. It's so funny, but like he gives you that energy that you need when like things are not going pretty well, for sure.
He hit you. I think it was him. I don't think it was Donnie. I think it was him that hit you once under the basket, and you were actually facing away from the basket on a pass. Between Donovan and Jalen, like you guys have to, as big men, have to kind of always be expecting.
Yeah, always be ready because they'll give it to you. Yeah, I get caught off guard a lot, but I just have to stay ready. I'm a pretty good catcher, so I'm good at that.
Coach Pitino's mentioned a freshman wall a couple times this year. It seems like you haven't hit that yet. I mean, biggest game of the year, and you have your biggest game of the year. So, I mean, where are you at right now mentally and just going forward in your freshman year?
What do you mean yet?
What do you mean yet?
Not going to hit it at all. There you go.
I just said to myself, I want to help the team. Try to help the team any way I could. Rebound, score, yeah, just try to help the team. Don't try to like be a slump or nothing like that. That's the way I think of it.
So when you signed on with this team, it was Jalen and Jamal. It was the House Mashburn show.
Yeah.
Coming into this year, 2 of the 5 guys picked for all conference were Mash and House. This is the first time they combined for 45 tonight. First time those 2 guys basically went off in the same game. Have you been seeing in practice those 2 play off each other well, and those 2 be able to do that? Or
yeah.
Are you a little surprised it took this long for those 2 to do that?
No, not really. I knew it was going to come along the whole time. They played pretty well together in practice. I just knew it was going to come. Just took time for real.
What about Mustafa? I mean, he's a guy that we all know has certainly struggled with that three-point shot. But he's been coming around slowly but steady for like 5 or 6 games now.
Yeah.
He hits 2 threes today. What's it like when he gets going a little bit?
It's amazing. I knew Stoff was going to get going. He's a really good player. He was in a little slump, but, yeah, I knew he was going to get going for sure.